kids out of wedlock, busting your ass every day when you're not even supposed to. Y'all got work husbands and you're not even supposed to. You know why men didn't even let their wives go out and work back in the day? Because y'all keep calling it insecurity, but we telling you that it's protection. Remember that word protection? You keep saying that black men don't protect you. Let me break it down for you. The reason why men back in the day didn't let their wives actually go into the workforce, it wasn't that they was trying to be super protectors. It was that they didn't want their wives to get tempted because they knew that their wives was weak over there with their work husband. And that's why y'all keep cheating today in 2023 going into 2024. You won't hear me though. You don't want to hear me. It's not that they wanted to be the provider and protector and they was just so masculine. It was that they knew that Mabel was going to be over there getting her guts ran through by the work husband that y'all keep dressing up for every single day and you keep getting a different perfume. Oh, Anton, you just insecure. No, I've coached plenty of women, literally hundreds of women and thousands of men, hundreds of women and thousands of men. And you know what I've seen? A similarity amongst all of them. They trying to hold back from the guy that they done made themselves available to because every day they see their husband a little bit differently because of what it is that they present themselves to their work husbands. Y'all want to have an uncomfortable conversation? Y'all want to get to the truth? Or y'all want to sit here and play games? Ask how many guys in the chat, how many women they got access to on their job that probably is already in a relationship and they don't know nothing about it. You keep picking her up from work every day. Let me tell you something. Regularly, I used to see women that worked in some of these environments, at the call centers, at the plants, at all of these different places, and women would be up there visiting their work husband, or a guy would be visiting them on their lunch, and they would be doing the dirty on their lunch break or right after work. That's a fact. That's a fact. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Listen, bro. Your woman, she not just dressing up for her boss. She dressing up to make herself available to every other dude that's on her job. And that's real. I can't give it to you any more real than that. Your girl, the woman that you think is your girl, is making herself available, and she spends more time getting dressed up to impress the men at her job than she does to impress you when you get home. When she gets home, she throws on a bonnet, she throws on raggedy fucking pajamas, she takes off her makeup. And it's not that we actually love your makeup, it's that you actually put in more effort by putting on makeup in order to impress people that truly don't even give a fuck about you. And see, the thing that the women don't understand is that the guy that make them feel good, he still don't give a fuck about you. He running game on you. Oh my God, he actually cares about me. I tell you what, leave your husband and then make yourself available to him and then see what happens. Because that nigga don't even give a fuck about the woman that he would at home either. I'm being real with you. That's game. That's game. That is 100% game. He don't care nothing about you. It's just that familiarity breeds a desire to be with the person that you think that understands you. Y'all becoming best friends, and now you making yourself available to him, and you giving choosing signals without even realizing that you're doing so. All he doing is waiting for you to actually give him the green light. You're going to get mad at him, or you're going to get mad at your husband, and then you're going to start to see him differently because it's going to be things that you identify that you don't really care about, that you see every day, and you're going to then get too comfortable, and then he going to go ahead and he going to do whatever it is that he want to do to you. And then women sit here and they try to compare themselves to men, and they say, well, men do it too. Well, you're not a fucking man, and you shouldn't even want to be. You should not even want to be doing the same things as men. I see women that's in every single industry and they crying. When I seen that Taraji P. Henson interview, I laughed my butt off. I was crying laughing. That junk was so funny. I wish I should have reacted to it the first time that I seen it. When y'all see me break it down tomorrow, it's going to be one of the first times or one of the few times that I actually don't react to something in real time because I needed to understand exactly what she was talking about before I decided that I wanted to set this live stream up, right? And so I had to have some familiarity with it. And so I watched it and I seen that little sucker over there in an African suit over there trying to make her feel good. And he was trying to simp out. But in reality, here's the thing. This is the thing that y'all not asking yourselves. As she continues to compete, Because we all know that women like to say that they're the most educated, that they're smarter than men or whatever. And they don't want to add the context and say, well, no, actually we're the most enrolled and we picked the most basket weaving degrees and we have the most debt and we're not actually making as much money as you thought we was. And that's why the census actually says that black women are still at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to the amount of money that they make. And they still don't make more money than black men, even though they want to have that narrative and say that. The reality is this. Here's the reality. As coveted and as much as we love our black queens, you telling me with 9 billion people on this earth, women and men, she's still not married. Of all of the different men that she has access to, and the people that be DMing, and the guys in Hollywood, and the top of the top, and the low of the low, and she's still out here fighting for her rights and trying to make sure that she make ends meet and trying to get mine. This chick talked about having side hustles and things going on the side in order for her to be able to survive. You think that women are supposed to be subjected to that? Women are supposed to be subjected to the things that men endure through their entire life. And I didn't feel sorry for her. And it's not that she needed to go through it. It's that this is the things that y'all subjected yourself to and y'all advocated for. You advocated to be able to work and grind the same way and be able to compete against me. And so now you're starting to get the reality of what real life is supposed to be like. See, Jonathan Majors, they just took his shit. Nobody coming back to save him. Nobody gonna come back and say, hey, John, we know that the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe was supposed to be surrounded by what it was that you did, Kang and the dynasty of Kang and all of this other type of stuff. Nope, it took one accusation. They took everything that he ever had. They completely destroyed him, and that was just the end of the conversation. And he might even do a year in jail, depending on what the court sentenced him to. He might even do a year in jail. And nobody gives a flying fuck. Nobody started a GoFundMe for him. Nobody is trying to understand he's one of the greatest actors, one of the best actors out here, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cared about Dave Chappelle when he got basically canceled from walking away. All people said was, oh man, he should have stuck with the Chappelle show. Ah. That's all they said. That dude had to figure that shit out on his own. Nobody gives a fuck about Will Smith. Nobody. Who? What? When, where, why, and how? Jada Pinkett over there destroying him. Nobody cares about him. Guys, every single day. Guys get out of jail every single day. It's a guy that just got out of jail in Chicago. He did like 12 years. He did 12 years. He was just released from jail from being falsely accused of something that he didn't do. Every single day. Innocence Project. Nobody is checking for Travis Rudolph. The dude did a Vlad interview and you haven't heard from him since.